I'm Brett.
I'm Randall.
I'm Brent.
And you're watching Loop TV.
All right. Welcome back to Queer Talk. I'm Matthew Stafford here on WRVU Nashville 91 Rock. And on this afternoon's second segment of Queer Talk, we are here with some guys from theLOOP TV. I'm here with Terry Gordon, Ty Walker, and Jesse Cartwright. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you, Matthew.
Okay. So tell us all about theLOOP TV. So this is kind of a web series you're doing, right?
It's been a fun ride. It's been almost a year, and in that time we've been able to do location shoots at different bars around Nashville and different venues and stuff. It's just been interesting to be able to go to those places and do fun stuff and shoot fun things. We like to entertain people, make them laugh, and be informative too. So it's been fun.
Right, and you're Jesse, just so our listeners can hear that. And so, Terry, tell us, why did you decide to get involved in?
Well, the whole thing started with us. We're all friends. The whole thing started with our conversations that we just had off the cuff, our normal conversations. We had some wild, crazy, funny stuff that was going on. We're like, you know what, somebody really ought to be filming this, because this is really good stuff.
So this is there's a little bit of an element of queer Sex in the City here.
It is, actually.
Right?
Actually, we have actually talked about which one of the girls in Sex in the City we would be. I'm not going to tell you who I am, but
But it's not Carrie.
We'll let our listeners figure that one out.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's really how the whole thing started.
Very cool. And so, Ty, how did you get involved?
Well, as he said, we were all friends. Friends being very loosely used. No, but we all have, with what he said, we thought of taping our conversations, but also we all kind of have things that we specialize in or things that, we draw to as far as interest. So we kind of use those things to educate, and each of us has a different segment that we get to talk about or educate on or share our opinions on. So it's a wide variety of different things that you'll see and hear when you watch the show.
So is it always lighthearted, or are there sometimes some more serious topics?
I mean, there's especially with Michael's segments, it will be more serious things. Like he recently did a segment on STDs and things like that. But my segment is kind of more lighthearted. I talk about fashion, faux pas, and things you should and should not do. Crocs, AKA.
In case you couldn't tell, he is our fashion guru.
Yes.
But it's a variety, so you'll laugh and you'll also walk away a better humanitarian.
Aha. And so Michael is someone who's with your program. He's not here.
He is, and he's not here right now. He had a prior engagement. Hi, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Nice little shout out here to Michael. So this last month, so it comes out once a month.
Yeah,
the first of every month.
First of every month. So this last time, what are some of the highlights? Like if people tune in now, what can?
Well, with mine, I talked about my segment. I bet my cough drop. My segment is about things to do around town that you don't normally hear about. Everybody knew Gaga was coming to town. I then talk about it. What people don't know is there are lots of things that you can do around town. A lot of things are free, so I try to hit on the free things you can do, but things that are just now starting, for instance, there's a new beer festival coming in East Nashville, and I talked about that. One of the things that I've added to my segment in the last couple is I eat out a lot. I don't know if you can tell or not, but on the radio you can. But I eat out a lot, and I like to find places that nobody goes. I like to eat at Fridays and Olive Garden and all those, but I really like to find the mom and pop shops where you can really get good food. So I added to my segment places that I've eaten, and whether they were good or bad. I'm kind of like the food critic of theLOOP TV.
And we also talked about dining out for life on the last episode, and why you should have a man bag. I tell you reasons you should consider a man bag.
And
he does actually mean a man bag that you carry things in.
Yeah, being someone who carries a man bag, I can say yes. It's become
very useful.
Essential.
Yes,
as time has gone by.
watch the episode.
Aha. So I might even learn a few new uses.
You will learn some things for sure.
Interesting. Very interesting. So can you give us a sneak peek at what's coming up for the May episode?
May is going to be a little bit different in the fact that we have had so many engagements all through the month of April. We weren't able to film the traditional show that we've been putting out, but we are filming everything we're doing this month, so everyone will get to see what we've done in the month of April, including this show. And we had a garage sale last weekend, which turned into a little bit of a drag show just because we had some stuff laying around, but it was fun. And then we also have the beer bust next week at the Stirrup, Nashville, that we'll be filming as well. So everyone will just get to see what we've been up to in April.
And also we have a new music video that's coming out.
So you've done a new one. You've done one
it'll be
video
our second
before,
one,
right?
our second music video.
Interesting.
So it'll definitely be a surprise and something I think people will like to watch.
Our first one was our version of Lady Gaga's Bad Romance. It's really cool.
It was very fun to film. We have a lot of fun doing the music videos, and we're hoping to get one out by Pride as well, another new one. So it'll be fun.
So one of the things that I was hearing earlier when we were talking before the show is that, among the topics, sometimes, like we said, they get a little more serious. Like, I guess some of you are big into animal rights and stuff, right? So that's one of the things you talk about.
I think Michael is probably the biggest animal activist of the group. He's very, very, very passionate about it.
Yeah,
He's passionate about everything. If there's a statistic that you need to know, Michael's going to know the numbers. He's going to know what Google says, what Wikipedia says. So he's kind of like the investigator of the group, and he knows all the little facts, including animal rights and things like that.
Yeah, and I think you'll find that the Four of a Kind segment we do, that's more of like a View type setting where it's the four of us talking, can be a little more serious because we try to, bring all kinds of different points of view onto one subject, and sometimes we can go at one another.
So you disagree sometimes.
Yeah,
Of course we disagree. Hello.
We disagree a lot.
Yeah,
which makes it interesting. It makes it fun.
Right.
I mean, we tease each other, but at the end of the day, it's your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
and there's always really good bloopers. I always, when I edit, make sure I leave some of those in, and Terry's really good at giving me a lot of stuff for those. So.
Whatever.
Oh, goodness. So, about how long is an episode usually?
About probably 20 minutes.
Okay.
If you watched it all together.
So about the same as like seeing a sitcom when you take out commercials.
Right.
Exactly.
We're sitcom ready.
Yeah, but commercial free. So.
Oh, there you go. That's always a plus. For
But
people.
it's easy because the segments are broken up, so you can click the ones that you want to watch. If you want to watch one again, like mine or something, you have that option. So.
Whatever. Or you want to watch mine 2 or 3 times.
And just to let our listeners know, when people were saying like Ty is the fashion person of the group, he is here wearing sunglasses and
He's
very
a big diva.
very well done hair. So
It's bright outside. The boys are out playing.
Don't blame Bright outside. He would wear the sunglasses if it was pouring.
He wears them when the sun is down,
Yes.
too. So.
Inside.
you can be one of those sunglasses at night kind of guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. Exactly.
So if you had to be pressed, okay, because inquiring minds and I want to know. So if you had to be pressed and you had to pick out a Sex and the City persona, who would it be?
I would be Samantha, probably. Because I don't care. I'll tell you what I think, and I'll tell you why I think, and what you should think.
Aha. Okay, so we got
Maybe
one
we should
Samantha.
pick them out for each other.
And
Yeah, I don't know
Michael,
who we decide.
Michael's probably Carrie. Jesse's definitely Miranda,
Aha.
because he's a little
Okay.
cynical at times, I think.
Well, who's left?
That would be
And then
Charlotte.
that leaves Terry as Charlotte, the traditionalist.
Because he always, and he always knows what's proper for a gentleman to do.
Yes.
Because I am a gentleman.
well, that is very
I am a
Charlotte.
gentleman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he always knows.
When the lights are on, I'm a gentleman. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh my goodness.
I meant when the camera's on, I'm a gentleman.
So guys, what for our listeners is the website? What's the address?
It is www.theloop-tv.com.
And you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. So we have a lot of different outlets.
And so if people follow you, on Twitter and Facebook, do they get all kinds of like funny tidbits occasionally from you guys?
Yes, they get
Lily?
like, events that we are attending, for instance, this radio show. And also we put things on Facebook like bloopers or little interviews that you may not see on the website. So it's good to stay connected on all those different networks.
Bloopers definitely sounds fun.
The bloopers are
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
funny.
They are very good.
We have an actual. How long is it, the bloopers reel?
When we were starting season 2, we released a season 2 trailer, if you want to call it that, and I think we had about 3.5 minutes of bloopers from the previous season, and they're all
And it's
all
gotten the
very
most
good.
hits of any of our videos. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Very cool. What are some things that you haven't done that you can think of that you would, or some goals that you'd like to do with it?
We would like to get more guest people on our show.
To interview.
Yeah.
Or to play. We tried to pull in like musicians this season. We had a couple of live musicians, so we would like more of that. And whenever Gaga's ready to sit down on the couch,
Or anyone for that matter.
No, I mean Dolly. We would love to
Oh
have
my
Dolly.
gosh,
Just
Dolly.
Oh, yeah.
just to have her around, and I think it would be hilarious. And we would like to pull that person in for like our 4 of a kind segment, just to add another voice to that whole segment. So it
Yeah.
would be fun.
I have no doubt she has some interesting opinions, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She would fit into that.
I would
role.
like to get her take on meat.
Oh, yeah?
What she thinks would make the best dress and scarf.
Who, Dolly's or Gaga?
Oh, like as
We know
opposed to
about
Gaga.
Gaga,
I
yeah.
was gonna say. Did you see the parody on? Well, when Ellen had her on the show, she had like the vegetable.
Oh, no, I didn't
Snake.
see that.
Yeah, that was very cool.
She's resourceful.
Yeah, no
That she
joke.
is.
It's very very artistic, and it sounds like you guys are very creative and artistic too. So
We try.
sounds like a great program, and I'll be excited. I know our listeners are going to be excited to tune in as well. But I believe that will about wrap it up for this week's Queer Talk. So, guys, thanks for coming on the program.
Thanks for
Thanks
having
for
us.
having
you.
us.
All right, and as usual, Queer Talk is produced by Dr. Joyce Arnold, and we are proud to be a part of DJ Ron's Out of the Closet here on WRVU Nashville 91 Rock. I'm Matthew Stafford. Have a great weekend. Come back and join us next week for more Queer Talk.